Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you have another great day today. Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about insurance rates. I know in my last video, if you watched that, I said that was going to be in my next video and that my insurance rates have doubled since I owned the EV, and we're going to discuss that. And I'm also going to react to a video that someone sent me. And this video is pertaining to insurance rates with EVs and all the increased costs. And we're going to talk about that. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you my actual insurance forms and show you how my rates increased. And we're going to talk about some of the reasons why that happened. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. And so we're going to be looking at this video here, and I'm going to be reacting to it, and I will be pausing it and just giving my opinion as we go through. So let's go ahead and get started.
Electric vehicles, all the rage, very popular here in the Valley. California has a law requiring electric-only car sales by 2035.
So about 10 years away. Those EVs are well known for saving money on gas, but 8 News Now investigator Kyle Payne here with more on some hidden costs. Kyle.
Kirsten, David, we spoke with more than a few Tesla owners, and by and large, they love their cars. So much so, a lot of them might not realize how much it's actually costing them.
I'm a fan, a huge fan.
Craig Moe is a huge fan of his Tesla. All four of them, actually. The owner of a collision repair shop in California, Moe stopped at the premium outlets downtown for lunch and to fill up his electric sedan with enough juice to get him through another 400 miles or so. And he can't say enough good things about it.
There's no maintenance. There's no oil changes, no fan belts, no filters, smog, no exhaust. I mean, you just drive them. It's like a glorified golf cart.
But even though...
And I'm going to pause it right here. And one thing to note is that this guy Mo here is the owner of a collision repair shop. So he'll be well versed in how much it costs to fix damaged vehicles. And also take note of what he said about the maintenance costs, that there's no maintenance and something that he will be well versed on. You see, this gentleman probably has been in this field for many, many years, decades perhaps. And so he would definitely know. So let's go ahead and proceed on.
Says he has no problem insuring his Teslas through State Farm. His experience may not be the norm. The 8 News Now investigators asked Carl Cook of Cook Insurance Group in Las Vegas to run some numbers. And as Cook predicted when we sat down together in his office, the Tesla insurance is far more expensive than other top automakers. Can you tell me something that the insurance people have said to you that does not bode well for the Tesla owner?
Yeah, it's going to be expensive to insure.
At our request, Cook quoted insurance rates for a number of popular vehicles on the road today. And at $7,417 for the year, the 2023 Tesla Model X is $1,100 more expensive than number 2, the 2023 Ford Escape. But two other popular sedans at the bottom of the list are thousands less, both pricing out at just over $4,400. Some insurers won't even look.
Okay, I have to pause right here. Okay, let me go back a little bit and just show you what I'm talking about here. We have two vehicles right here, and you see the insurance price differences is a little less, maybe $900 or so. And I hope these are yearly rates. That doesn't seem extraordinarily high to me, but they're comparing a Tesla Model X to a Ford Escape, and I'll show you why this tickled me a bit. So let me go here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Let me pull up a Tesla Model X, and I have a Tesla Model X right here on my screen. And note the price of the Tesla Model X. And this is a base model. This is not the Plaid. If I go to the Plaid, that's $94,000. So take note, $79,000, basically $80,000, and $95,000. Okay, now let's go over to a Ford Escape. And let's just look here at the inventory. We have some Ford Escapes right here, $29,000. You're talking about up to 3 times more expensive. The Tesla Model X is up to 3 times more expensive than the vehicle they're comparing them to. So that would probably explain the insurance differences here. And then I have a Toyota Camry also that they compared, again, $30,000. And so the base Model X is $79,000 or $80,000, and then the Plaid is $95,000, which is more than 3 times more than this vehicle right here, which would explain the higher insurance in this case. But let's proceed on.
Some insurers won't even look at electric vehicles without requiring pre-approval or a 2 weeks waiting period beforehand. Cook says it's for good reason, and a lot of folks in the market for an electric vehicle like a Tesla might not have done the math on these hidden costs.
The hidden costs with owning any EV would be that of insurance, repairs, and God forbid there's any damage. And in this town, you're going to have some damage.
Okay, I'm going to pause it here again. And remember, Mo is the owner of a collision repair shop, and I'm sure that he would know how much it costs to repair a vehicle. And remember, Mo said that there's no maintenance. It's a glorified golf cart, and that's one of the main things he likes about it. And also, one thing they keep forgetting is that if you're buying a new vehicle, you're not paying for maintenance. Those batteries are warranted for at least 8 years at the minimum. You know, a lot of states have some states have laws with that, but if you look at any manufacturer that has a battery, it's warranted for the minimum of 8 years, 100,000 miles. And for example, my Rivian R1T is warranted for, and that's the entire powertrain. That's the motors, the batteries, and everything for 8 years, 175,000 miles. Now, at my driving rate, I'll never reach 175,000 miles, so more likely my warranty is going to go out at 8 years. So let's go ahead and proceed on.
Cook says that damage on an electric vehicle can be considerably more substantial because of all the computers and sensors, bells and whistles, in, on, and around the entire car that don't exist on your father's Oldsmobile. And while some garages will fix your EV,
And I'm going to pause again here. Any modern car is going to have all those sensors on it. That's just the way it is. My wife's car was hit, and it took months to get it repaired. And it's a Mazda CX-9. It took like 3 or 4 months to get her vehicle fixed. So this is true of any modern car. Now, if you have a very old vehicle, yes, this is something you don't have to worry about.
a lot won't or can't, and Tesla itself only has one official shop here in Las Vegas. Cook says some of the big insurance companies won't even write policies for cars like Tesla. Basically, a luxury car that is very easy to total because of the cost to fix one.
What they said is true here as far as Tesla is concerned. They only allow certain people to work on their vehicle, and they don't have a right to repair, so that it will increase costs and increase the amount of time. The same is true for my Rivian R1T. If it gets damaged, I just know it's going to take a very long time to get it fixed because there's not that many out there. And they haven't built up the service centers and all the things to really build up their economies of scale to where it'll be easier to repair like a lot of these other big auto manufacturers that have dealerships with service centers. Let's go ahead and proceed on.
It's not just like if a frame is bent, that, okay, we can't replace it, the car's got to be total. In this particular case, there's a lot of liability on the insurance company.
Agency Insurify says half of all car buyers are considering an electric vehicle, which is up from 38% in 2023. With 33 new EVs launched last year and 50 new or updated EVs slated to enter the U.S. marketplace this year. But even
Okay, I'm going to pause here again, and this kind of goes against the narrative that EV demand is down. Even with their quoted, they're saying that EV demand has increased up to over 50%, and this is based on 2024.
Surify, who makes a commission on insurance policies bought through its website, acknowledges some hurdles in buying an electric vehicle, saying dealers aren't prepared to stock their showrooms with them. It costs a lot just to replace a battery, that the cars themselves cost a pretty penny. And even though most of the folks
And I'll pause here again. Again, car companies like Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, they don't have car dealerships, so they're not stocking cars like a traditional car dealer will.
spoke with around town and at the charging stations love their Teslas, and the Uber drivers say they save hundreds of dollars a week on gas. The insurance agent, Carl Cook, is having none of it.
I'm not sure I'd let my son drive a Tesla. I mean, he's a great driver. I love him to death, but even a rinky-dink accident in a high school parking lot, you're talking a lot of money to get that replaced.
And that would not be the case if he was driving an older car.
No. If you're driving that old truck,
So I'm just going to pause there again and kind of point out some inconsistencies. I'm going to show you something that I find a bit interesting. One of the things they brought up, according to their source, you saw that they use Insurify. They're saying that electric cars will get totaled faster than a traditional car. They're going to verify that. So now I'm on Insurify's website, and now you see the title of this article here, and it says EVs totaled at the same rate as gas-powered cars, data shows. And this is the same source they use. So you say, wait, your source is not good. This is a source that they use to verify their data. And let's go down and see here. And it says, It says electric vehicles aren't more likely to be totaled after an accident that causes minor damage, a common misconception. In the first 3 quarters of 2023, 2020, the newer model year EVs had a loss rate of 7.25%, while luxury internal combustion engine vehicles had a loss rate of 7.47%, according to a new report by insurance services provider Mitchell. When compared to the loss rate for all ICE vehicles, EVs fare even better. The total loss rate for all ICE vehicles was 8.49% during the same time period. And so where you hear about EVs getting totaled and, a lot easier, the data doesn't back that up. Now, like I said, these are the facts. You don't have to agree with them, but it's not going to change the facts that these are the facts. And Cole, let's also hit on a few things. It's about the costly repairs for EVs. And repairs tend to be more expensive for EVs, according to this article, which is true because these are modern vehicles. These are basically rolling computers, so they're going to cost more to fix. And if you have a $100,000 car and a $100,000 EV, you're probably going to be paying the same amount of insurance. But if you went from a $30,000 car to a $100,000 car, your insurance probably is going to double. So in these vehicles, like they said, they're more costly to repair, and because of the battery, these batteries in these vehicles are still pretty expensive right now. I know the prices are coming down, but they're still very expensive because there's not a lot of these vehicles on the market to really build up economies of scale. Okay, let's go ahead back to this video.
Danger is probably on the other person's.
That other person, like Tesla owner Craig Moe, who loves everything about his electric vehicles. What's your favorite part of actually driving?
The performance is insane.
Really?
Yeah. The Tesla Plaid that I have is 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds.
You ever make that happen?
Yeah.
Recent data on the tires on Teslas show they wear out faster than the average vehicle, about 20% faster. Part of the
And that is also true. That's backed up by data. EVs are heavier, so expect your tire wear it's 20%. And I've kind of noticed it on my Rivian. And maybe it's because I heard it. I'm more cognizant of it, and I'm looking at it where I didn't really pay attention to my last car, which is also an EV. And I didn't change my tires to like 55,000 miles. So I guess it didn't hold true for that one. So it may depend on the type of EV you have. Mine wasn't a high performance ones, and these Teslas are sports cars. And I'm sure if someone has a Dodge Hellcat, they're going to have those same issues with those tires, or Corvette or Camaro, because these are performance vehicles. And they put a big smile on your face. And let's proceed on.
The tires on Teslas show they wear out faster than the average vehicle, about 20% faster. Part of the reason is they go so fast, so quickly the torque takes its toll. And Teslas are actually heavier than other cars.
Interesting stuff, Kyle. Well, we also did some checking on that $7,500 tax break when you buy an electric vehicle. Turns out the Biden administration passed some legislation actually making it harder to get that credit, and since then, only a handful of drivers actually qualify.
And this is very true. Those tax credits are very difficult to get. In the past, when they were first passed, there was no income limit. There was no limit on the price of the vehicle. But now SUVs and trucks, the cap is $80,000, and cars is $50,000, which is kind of hard to get a decent, really nice car for under $50,000, unfortunately, these days. So there are very few cars that are qualified for this tax credit. But the good thing is the ones that do, as of 2024, you can get it at point of sale. So you can get the $7,500 taken off immediately at the dealership, and that's going to save you a bit of money. Right here, I'm going to show you my insurance documents. I'm going to show you the ones before I purchased my Rivian R1T, and then I'm going to show you the ones after I purchased the Rivian R1T. As you see here, this is insurance for my 2017 Chevy Volt, and at this point, let's say this is 2017, so the car was maybe 5 or 6 years old at this point, and you see I was paying $514.98 for every 6 months. Now here's my insurance for my Rivian R1T. You see it's a 2023, and you just go down. And as you can see here, my insurance premium went up to $1,104. So it was $515 at first, and then $1,104. And so you can see in my case, my insurance rates doubled. It literally doubled plus some. However, if you look at my vehicle, the Chevy Volt, at the time I had it, it was valued at around $19,000. And then the Rivian R1T was valued at around $98,000. So there was a $79,000 increase in price, which I'm surprised my insurance only doubled, to be honest, because even on our other vehicles, those rates even went up by more than $100 every 6 months. So, and it's only about a $400 difference between my wife's CX-9 and my Rivian R1T. And right now, the Blue Book value of her vehicle may be around $15,000. So even still, that's even a bigger price difference. So if you're buying a vehicle that's close to $100,000, expect your insurance rates to go up. So a lot of this really depends on the vehicle you're coming out of and what you're getting into. And plus, I kind of increased some of my coverages because I assumed that if I get into an accident, my car is going to be out for a long time. So I increased the amount of time that I can get rental car coverage. And so if this is something that you may want to consider also. And, you know, for me, if I'm spending this much money on the car, I want to have some really good coverage. So I don't have a problem with it. But if that is a concern of yours before you purchase a vehicle, make sure you go in and you can go on your insurance company's website like I did and find out how much the insurance would be on the vehicle. Just simply call your insurance agent and say, I'm thinking about buying this vehicle. How much is going to cost me? Just definitely just do your due diligence. And that will save you a lot of heartache and a lot of surprise. I knew exactly what I was getting into, and it's worth every penny. Let me tell you, let every penny on one T. But I hope you enjoyed this. And if you made it this long, please like and subscribe. And I can't wait for our next video to come out where I'll discuss more of the hidden costs of owning an electric vehicle and not all the fear and all this other nonsense and misinformation that's being put out there. I want to talk about the real issues that no one's really talking about. But that's all I have for today. I'd like to thank you for joining me again, and I can't wait to see you on the next video.